Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's the Hebrew Life again. I'm Base Jerusalem, and I'm back with another lesson. We're going to call this one Colin Kaepernick and the reason why black entertainers and athletes don't step up for their people. If anybody been checking out the media and the news, you can easily see that Colin Kaepernick has been the main headline in the NFL. He was probably the biggest headline in the NFL last season, and it was actually for a good reason. He felt like they seen him kneeling down for the national anthem. He didn't try to bring the attention towards himself, but the media wanted to focus in on Colin Kaepernick. Now, remind you, this is an already so-called proven quarterback in the NFL. I used to like the NFL. I actually used to love the NFL until I found the Most High. I learned not to love anything but the Most High. So, he went to the Super Bowl. He lost against a great Ravens defense led by Ray Lewis. I think if it was any other team in the league, he would have beat them that game. Came straight in the league on fire, But soon as he decides to step up and speak for his people and speak about things that's going on within the United States, he's instantly vilified. Instantly. No compromise, no nothing. You got this brother saying he's kneeling down because of all of the police violence and the violence that goes against the so-called black people in America today, because around this time, you had a lot of people being shot and abused by the police and abused by citizens on camera. And it was touching home within the black community. So when this brother who was basically what was he, adopted? I know his mother is a Caucasian woman and his father is a black so-called black man or Israelite. So he has the spirit within himself to stand up for his people. He might not look like he's a black man, but he's a black man, and he's more of a black man than a lot of these entertainers out here who refuse to step up for their people, whether they're an athlete or entertainer. He was one of the few to step up and say something about the issues that was going on, and he gets shunned for it. He gets benched. Now I must remind you that his head coach was Chip Kelly. He was known for being a racist, known for doing racist things on the Philadelphia Eagles. Well-known racist. So when Colin Kaepernick started speaking up about the racism, it wasn't no surprise to me knowing that he had a racist coach that they had just hired who had a horrible coaching job at Philadelphia. So there was no reason for him to even get it. Most like if you watch the NFL, most black coaches don't get second and third chances, but these so-called white coaches in the NFL and the NBA and all over the sports world get second chances, no matter if their record was horrible or not. Now I'm going a little off basis. I want to stay on basis. Let's go to 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 6, because I want to speak about something. Because Colin Kaepernick, he doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the fame. He cares about his people. He cares about his people, and he knows that he knew that he was going to be persecuted for stepping up for his people. I knew this was coming. Colin Kaepernick is not signed to any team when all of these mediocre quarterbacks are getting hired for jobs. They just signed Mike Glennon to a big fat contract, and he hasn't even proved himself in the NFL. And the Bears have signed him to a big contract. But a person in the NFL who's already proven himself, already led his team to the Super Bowl, is not signed? I don't understand this. We all know what's going on. They kept Colin Kaepernick documented during the season every time he kneeled. And it wasn't a coincidence. They kept every player. I guarantee every player that probably kneeled down him is probably unsigned too. Because they're trying to set an example. If you speak for your people, if you speak up and try to say anything, you don't stay in your lane, we're going to shun you. We're going to block you out. We're going to blackball you out of the league. This is the image they're trying to sell to anybody, whether they're in the NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB. It don't really matter. These GMs and these owners look at these players as horses and collateral, and they look at them no more. They don't look at them like a human being. They don't have the rights to stand up and say what they want to say as a human being. They must continue to play the Uncle Tom role and lay back in the background and watch their people be destroyed. You got athletes out there who try to step up. I seen LeBron James and a few other athletes who tried to, speak for their people. But nobody's going through the fire like Colin Kaepernick right now. They want us to stand for a national anthem. Meanwhile, they want to shoot us down in the streets like dogs. Meanwhile, they want to give us less opportunity out here in the world, but they want us to be all wholeheartedly for the national anthem of this country that's been oppressing black people from the beginning of this country. This country was built on oppressing black people, so-called black people, and getting free labor off of them. Let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 6, and I'm going to read, because this is the Hebrew life, and we're going straight to the scriptures. We're going to prove what's going on with Colin Kaepernick in the scriptures and prove that he is being righteous in this situation. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through many sorrows. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called and have professed a good profession before many witnesses. This is what the brother Colin Kaepernick is doing. He's professing his good profession amongst many witnesses. He don't love money, because if he loved money, he wouldn't did the things he did. He had a big contract coming, and he threw that to the side for his people. He's fighting that good fight that they speak about in 2 Timothy. He's fighting that good fight. Now, a lot of athletes and a lot of entertainers are not going to fight this good fight. They don't want to lose their mansion. They don't want to lose their cars, their clothes, and everything else that they hold dearly to their heart. But they'll sit back and watch their people be oppressed. And they want people to think that they're for their people. Come on, man. I'm going to read that again. For the love of money, not money. So when people say money is the root of all evil, tell them to get it right. The love of money is the root of all evil. Because when people love money or love something, they're willing to do anything for it. When you love money, you'll say, forget your people. Forget my people. Hey, I got to take care of myself. I understand what's going on, but that don't concern me. That's selfishness, and that's love for money. You putting money, and you putting a good fight before your people. Let's go to Psalms 106. This is a shame that this brother is going through all of this. This is, and the name of this video is why black entertainers and athletes don't want to step up for their people. Why they don't want to step up for their people? Because their people don't step up from them when it's time to. This brother done put his job and his livelihood on the line for his people, and nobody's speaking up. Nobody's supporting this man. This is why the black community will always fail, because we support ignorance. I bet if this was a rapper or something like that, we would be all for the support. But when this man loses his job and his livelihood and his name for the sake of his people, we're supposed to support him. There's not supposed to be any leeway of this brother not being supported. The black community is supposed to step up and support this brother. This brother is doing a great thing in the eyes of the public. He has been a great motivator in moving us forward as a people. But you wouldn't know, because our people don't care. Our people let us go off on a ledge, and our people want a superhero. We must fight for ourselves. Nobody else is going to fight for us. I think this brother Colin Kaepernick understand that if I don't say anything, nobody's going to say anything. And that's a shame nobody wants to say anything. Let's read this. This is Psalms 106, verse 3. Blessed are they that keepeth judgment, and he that doeth righteousness at all times. Let me read that again. Blessed are they that keep judgment, and he that doeth righteousness at all times. Colin Kaepernick and a lot of other athletes who stood up. I can't, if I miss your name in this video and then I didn't shout you out and you stood up for your people, you use your credibility and your platform to show show the United States that this thing that's going on is unacceptable, then shout out to you. But it says, blessed are they that keep the judgment. He's keeping the judgment. These people who are out here standing up for our people about what's going on wrong are keeping the judgments. They're keeping the righteousness. Let's go to Proverbs 29. Let's go to Proverbs 29, because it's precept upon precept. The Most High acknowledges righteousness. Whether you follow the laws or not, in this world full of evil, he sees your righteousness. You might not know how to follow laws. You might not have been introduced. But your heart remains the same with the Most High. You are his creature. So when you see something wrong going on, it's naturally in you, with the laws or without the laws, to stand up and say something. Right is right and wrong is wrong. There's no gray areas in between right and wrong. And I believe that's what a lot of people today live in. This is the middle of the gray area between what's right and what's wrong. And they don't want to admit, okay, that was wrong, okay, and that was right. This is not a color thing. This is an oppression thing. Let's go to Proverbs 29, verse 7. The righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regard not to know it. That's what you have going on right here. Colin Kaepernick is standing up for the regular old person who walks around every day in their oppression. And the rich is the wicked regardeth not. So when he speaks about these things, they try to ignore it, they try to blow it off. But any person who's within a low income community, they know that Colin Kaepernick is standing up for the people. They know this. He's standing up for his people, and he's being righteous. Let's go to Job 9 and 24. Let's go to Job 9 and 24. Because Job said that the wicked, something about the wicked in this world. Let's read. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? This is what the NFL, the NBA, and all of these main corporation sports outlets is doing. They're covering the faces of the judges. They're covering the faces of the judges. There's all kinds of things that happen within the NBA and the NFL, horrible crimes that they don't bring to the light. But soon as somebody steps up and say, you know what, I'm going to speak for my people. I'm going to speak for my people, and I'm going to let them know that this is unacceptable. They lose their job. They lose everything. They're on the news every single day. Colin Kaepernick was on the news more than any other athlete who have. He was on the news more than Michael Vick and a lot of other athletes who have committed crimes. I'd have seen horrible things watching TV. I'd have seen athletes like Bill Romanowski literally spit in people's faces on the field. Like stuff that'll make your skin crawl, and he gets nothing. A lot of stuff has happened in these leagues, and nothing has happened. But soon as a brother decide he want to speak for his people, he gets shunned out the league, blackballed. Even though he's talented, probably one of the most fastest quarterbacks that's in the NFL. He has a good arm. He's 10 times better than half of these quarterbacks that's getting picked up in free agency. And everybody knows that he's being shunned, and they're speaking up. Let's go to Ecclesiastes before we leave off. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 4 and 10. For if they fall, and the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he falleth and not another to help him up. And so what this saying is, Colin Kaepernick, we with you, brother. When you fall, we're gonna pick you up. But for these wicked people out here who think they don't need any support, when they fall, no one will be there to pick them up. No one. But when you fall, brother, if you don't have a job and you don't have anything, just know your people love you. Just know you're a hero amongst the black people. And the NFL career means nothing when it comes to the well-being of your people. Nothing. Money is nothing when it comes to the well-being of our people. I'm Base Jerusalem. This is the Hebrew Life. Shalom, brothers and sisters.